Alright, it's Jody Gadget Guy. I'm back. Been away working on some little projects for a little bit, but I'm back into it, and today I've got this 97 Echo Dot speaker, which can also be battery powered. And this was given to us by my in-laws to try and fix, which I'm always grateful for, because it means more content for the old Jody Gadget Guy channel. So we're going to look at this today. I've never used one of these, so I've just been trying to work out how these are supposed to work. So obviously plug it in, and there's the button, the power button. As you can see, it's doing a weird flashy thing where it's going green and amber. And when I've looked online, that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to either go amber for charging or green to say it's fully charged. And then turn it on, you're supposed to hold for 3 seconds and it goes blue. And you can see if I hold it for 3 seconds, it does turn blue. When we take it off though, it turns straight back to green as if to say it's fully charged. When I'm looking through the viewfinder of the camera though, that looks blue on the camera, but the truth is it's green. So it's not turning on. And it doesn't seem to be charging the battery. So if I unplug it, it powers off straight away, and it's supposed to be able to stay turned on for about 5 hours, I read. So I'm guessing there's something wrong with the battery. Now if there's something wrong with the battery, why won't it still just turn on without the battery though? What I don't know is if it's charging the battery and then running off the battery. Maybe that's the problem. I just don't know. But it's not working, it won't turn on. And I will say the Echo Dot, I've taken it out and plugged that in directly, and that turns on fine, so we know it's nothing wrong with the Echo Dot. So we can take him out, and that's just done by moving the cables here. So this is the cable that would give the power. Actually, I'll take this one out first, give it some room. That's the 3.5mm audio cable, and then we will remove that. And now comes the dot. Now there's no screws visible straight away, top or bottom. Just unplug this actually. But I had a little peek under one of these corners. Probably wasn't this one because it's really hard to get up. But as you can see, there's a little screw under there. So if I want to have a look inside, we'll have to take this off the bottom, which is just stuck down with some kind of adhesive tape, and then we'll hopefully be able to get into here. So I'm expecting it to be quite simple, because all it should be is connecting to a battery. The battery powers the speaker and the Echo Dot, and the power button obviously controls turning on and off. So it should be quite simple, but if it is a problem with the battery, it needs a new battery. I can't find a replacement anywhere. Just looking for Ninety7 Vaux replacement battery. So I'm hoping when I have a look inside, it's going to be some kind of like generic battery that you can buy off the shelf from elsewhere. Let's stop wasting time talking about it. Let's just try and get this beast open and see what we find. So what I'm going to try and do to avoid having to remove this whole thing is just lift up the corners, unscrew the screws, and hopefully there's no screws sitting in the middle of it. So just go around each corner. So there's 2 out. Out. 4 out. And does it? Oh, get in. That's what we like. So that screw's still holding it in there. Yes, he was. Oh, beautiful. And there we go. That's what we have inside. So you have a little circuit board. For any obvious problems first. Now what I've noticed straight away is it seems to be a bit of like corrosion-y, watery damage down here on the corner, which looks to be the power cables. Anyway, we need to dig deeper in here, so let's remove these cables and see if we can get underneath it and see where everything goes. there's a little screw in the corner of this circuit board here. Let's take him out. Now there's still this ribbon cable connected here. I'm going to try and lift the circuit board out first before I try and remove him. Come on out. Have I missed? Oh, there's a screw coming. It was in quite tightly. Now does he want to come out? Yes. Yes, he does. There's some capacitors on the back. None of them look like they're on their way out, like none of them are bloated or anything, or popping at the top. Right. So I can't remove him, this circuit board completely, because this power cable is still on it here, and also this one over here. What's that hanging off the back? Is that just glue? Where's it gone? Yeah, there he is. Some kind of black glue stuff. So can we dig deeper in? What comes out? Where's the battery? What I'll do first though is I'll just remove this ribbon cable so it's on the way. And I can always unsolder these if I have to, but you kind of hope you don't have to. I think this ribbon cable is actually glued in. Some kind of red glue on it, and there isn't, say, lift up or pull out. Looks like a pull out one, but I think it's all glued down, so I'm just going to leave him for the minute. Hopefully we can get by without having to remove him. Right, I'm just going to get a torch and shine down here and see what we can see. So all I can really see down there is a plastic box that this is kind of housed in. So this has to come out somewhere to get any further with this, because like I say, we haven't seen the battery yet. I'm guessing he's hidden in here somewhere. And there is movement here. I wonder if there's screws in the top, because there's this felt bit here as well. Not felt, like a foam kind of thing. So there's the screws hidden under here. Yes, there is screws under here. I've just removed that whole piece. I'll have to stick it back down with some double-sided tape. It's not required that, you know what I mean? It's not going to make it work any less without it, but you know, you gotta try and get things looking as good as new when you've finished fixing them. Right, so that comes out there, and then we expose more screws here. So then let's take these out and see where we get it for that. There's obviously a lot of screws coming out here, and I'm kind of putting them in different sections on my mat, so I've got a rough idea where they'll go. Oh, and look at this straight away, it's fallen out the bottom. Excellent, right. So here's the speaker, that looks nice, doesn't it? Just trying, the housing bit's rolling away as I'm trying to put it down. Right. So we've got 3 wires going in here. So the battery must be in here somewhere. We have lots, is there screws in these holes? Yes there is. So I think we just need to take these out. We should find the battery. And once I find the battery, we can get the multimeter on it. See if there's any charge in it or what. I mean, the thing is, even if there isn't charging the battery, it could be that it's not getting charged. It might actually be a problem with the battery, you know? Right. Just a bit of tape at the bottom there holding it together, and the screw stuff falling out. Is that them all? Right. There's the speakers. And there is the battery. So he's held in with 4 screws, but we might not necessarily need to take them out. If I just follow this cable around, try and figure out which one it is. It's this one. I mean, the thing about now, it's quite obvious that this is the battery due to the colour of the wires, and I probably could have worked it out with what markings are on the board, which is this one, the white one, which actually must have been plugged in that one, because that one says BAT, as in battery. I thought they were colour coded for a second there, but they're not. There's 2 blue and 1 white, so the 2 blue ones must go into that, there and there. The white one goes in the red one, obviously. So let's put the multimeter on this cable here and see what we've got anyway. Right, so the battery, I took the battery out because I wanted to see what voltage it was supposed to be, and it's supposed to be 7.4 volts. And the multimeter reads it as nothing. Well, over there is like next to nothing anyway. So I've dismantled this a bit further. I've took the the button out. They're all lying here, and there's the power cable. You can actually see the lights a bit better and the LEDs on the circuit. It's quite bright in the camera though, so it's probably harder for you to see, but it's easier for me to see. I'm kind of convinced the battery's dead, and that's what's causing this. So it goes green, which means the battery's charged, but obviously don't think it is, because the multimeter's reading it as nothing. You hold the button down. I hope you'll probably not be able to see this, but the green LEDs have stayed on, and when I'm holding the button down, the blue LEDs below it have turned on, which means it's turned on if it's blue. The green isn't going out though, and then if I let go, the blue like slowly fades away, as if it gets like a little charge from the battery, but it's not enough. So I'm convinced there's something wrong with the battery. I think we need a new battery, and I've just been looking on eBay and stuff, and it's called Great Power ICR 18650, which is 7.4 volts, 2500 milliamps. I can't find this exact one though, so I'm gonna have to have a look around for something like this that's gonna fit, and then once I get that, we'll try it again, see if I was right about the battery or completely wrong and I've wasted money. Let's just see. So that's what I'm going to do now anyway. Hello, many weeks have passed waiting for this to come. So this is the replacement battery I bought from AliExpress. It's come all the way from China. It looks like a good replacement for it, same size. Same voltage obviously. This one's 2600 milliamp hours, and this one is not as much, 2500. That's the only difference. Obviously having more is better. The only difference as well, by the way, is annoyingly they've got different connectors. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of splicing. I'm going to have to cut the end of this one, cut the end of this one, and splice this one onto here. So just to test that it works, I'm going to just basically cut them, strip the cables back, twist them together, and test it that way. And if it works, I'll obviously have to solder them together and stuff. But I'm not going to bother solder them if it's not going to work. So let's try that out first. Okay, so let's snip about. Well, actually, let's might as well go all the way further down. Give ourselves a bit more wiggle room. Right, so I've got that. I'm just going to strip a bit of cable on that, like so. Give it a twist. Same on this side. And then do exactly the same here. Just going to twist them together. Now it would be nice to just wrap a little bit of electrical tape around them. I don't have any to hand. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on it, make sure they don't touch. Now, obviously, it's been such a long time that actually I can't really remember how this goes together. That's bat, that goes in there. You know what it is? I'm going to have to get something to keep them apart. Right, so I've just very crudely wrapped some used Captain tape around them, because that's all I could find. So let's plug this in here now. What's these for again? Speakers. Which are these bits? I'm not bothered about the speakers right now. I just want to see if it turns on. So if I plug the power in. Right, let's plug the power in. I've got the cable here. Let's see what happens. amber. Now if I remember right, that didn't happen last time, or did it? It's honestly been so long I can't remember. So we've got a solid blue light and a solid amber light. And look, the echo dot has turned on. So it looks like we're in business, and it was the battery. Well, I'm very impressed with myself. Right, so that's confirmed with fix. So let's now somehow switch it off and get this done properly. Okay, what I'm going to do is solder these, and I've got this heat shrink tubing, and this front in a good size, probably the smallest one. Yeah, should fit nicely, and then you just heat this up and it'll shrink around it, but I'll show you that now. You see everything's set up. Right then, so first thing is just slide a piece each over the existing wires. So many times I forgot to put it on first, and then I solder a wire up, and there's no way of getting it back on. Getting it on after that. So because I want it quite flat, I don't want to do what I did before and just have it like twist it together like that. I'm going to try and do it this way. So it lies a bit flatter. Now, if you were just going to do it like that, it obviously wouldn't like that. It wouldn't be very strong. But obviously, I'm gonna solder this as well. Might need a bit more on it. Cut the sleeve back a bit further to have it a bit better. Let's try again. Right, I think they should do. Let's get the solder on now. So I've got my solder line set to 400. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the solder line on the soldering on the tip of the iron, because I've got nothing to hold the cable, and then as the cable heats up, I should transfer the solder over. Just realised I haven't got the my mat out. Shouldn't be doing this without my mat down. Cool. And there we go. Because of the heat of the iron, don't know if you can see, but some of the cables kind of melted a bit here, but that's alright because I put a lot of this heat shrink tubing on, so that is going to be covered. Let's put them about there. You can use a light or anything to make this shrink, but all it needs is heat. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to turn my iron down a little bit because it's kind of hot. So if you just rub it with the edge of the iron like that. Just start seeing it shrink. As it shrinks, it will grip on the wire and create like a protective coating. So if you look at the red cable there, see how it's the camera. See how it's kind of gripped around it now. Just need to do the black one a bit more because it's not quite there. There we go. So, doesn't turn out too bad. I thought there was a bit of cable showing through there, but it's not. It's just something that was on it, lying on it. Right, so we're ready for reassembly now. Which, to be honest with you, I cannot remember how it went together. I'm going to do it off camera because obviously you've just watched us to take it apart. So I'll start filming again when it's together, or if I come across any problems I want to show you. So yeah, see you in a little bit. It's back together. Wow. That took some doing. I put it together once and I had about 5 screws left over and I was like, that's not right. Took it all apart again and found out where they went. So I'm a lot happier with it now that the screws are all in. I haven't tried powering on yet since I put it back together, so this is the moment of truth. Plug him in. As you can see, we've got this amber light, which means it's charging. Now if I press it and hold it for, I can't remember how long it was. There you go. It's powered on. I'll here. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that for anyone who's watching, but on the room. We'll call her Jean for the rest of this video, even though it's the end of the video. So I'm just hoping to hear some noise from her. So right now she's probably trying to connect to a Wi-Fi network that's not here. Come on, Jean, whatever I said. Oh. So yeah, the speakers do work. Just pressing the volume up and down does something. Yeah. Cool. So obviously the miniature is just trying to connect to a Wi-Fi network that's not in my house. So I think this is an absolute success. I'm really happy I got it working. I'm sure the mother-in-law will be as well. It's just nice to be able to fix things like that at minimal cost, because you know, it would have ended up in the bin and a replacement bought, but for the sake of, I think the battery cost about 10 quid. We've got it working again and it's got a new lease of life. It's just a shame on something like this where if the battery goes faulty, the whole thing stops working. I'm sure there's something to do where if it, you know, we can just bypass the battery and run off the mains. So it's just a shame that that happens. I wonder how many other people have had problems. I'm just going to try saying the word that's her name, just to see what it does. I'll have to turn the camera off though.
Having trouble connecting to the internet? Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
So there you go. So as much testing I can do. Perfect. I'm really pleased with that. So if I unplugged her, is the battery charged enough to keep her alive? Let's have a look. Yep. So the battery's still working. Plug it in. And you get this weird mixture of amber and blue, which means it's charging and it's turned on. So I think if I held it down, it would turn her off and it just goes amber. Excellent. Right, so that's it. I hope that was interesting. It was actually quite enjoyable, that one. It's not very often you get to fix something like this. I'm normally fixing controllers, give my last videos out to go by. It's nice to do something different. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Hope you are all staying safe in this times of coronavirus. At the time of recording this, the UK has just got into it's not a full lockdown, but more restrictions. So we'll see where the future comes. Yeah, look after yourselves, and I'll see you for the next one. Good night.